Like, is lesser victory, I skipped certain story beats? Is a proper victory, you have to do each of the story beats? Because, like, a real fast speed run would just be go directly from the starting town to... I guess if you do a random start, you can go straight to Joppa just to find, like, the discarded disc, and then go from there directly to Barathamites, drop that off, get that quest started. Or could you, like, skip all that? Could I just go straight from the starting place to the spindle, break in? I'd be curious to see, like, what's required for a full victory. I wonder if that's listed anywhere. Oh, God. Alright. I kind of want to just goof off with, like, standard run or two. Although, we'll take a look. We'll take a look at the weekly. See what it is. 90% of spellbooks removed. All enemies respawn as a boggart. And there's 4 extra evil fairies. I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna just go ahead and have a fun run. Man, the weekly so far, every week has been they respawn as something awful. Alright. A build I've had in my head for a little while that I've been wanting to mess around with is worm eggs. You're playing along? Nice. I've been wanting to do a run built around worm eggs. Obviously, we're gonna have to, like, work our way up to worm egg. But the worm eggs fire our fireballs and our icicles, depending on which they are. If we take magic egg. Yeah, they can fire your fireball and your icicle on a 3-turn cooldown. So I want to do magic eggs. So we're going to start with fireball and icicle. We'll upgrade those. We'll make them nice. Get to worm eggs. Yeah. Yeah, the Patreon content's being released as DLC. Which, honestly, I'm probably going to pick up. Like, Cud might be one of my favorite games of all time at this point. I really like Hazel Cud. And supporting them... Why not? I'm already going to be buying another copy of the game to give my brother for Christmas because I feel like if he gives it a chance, he'll adore it. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, a lesser victory would be like, all right, now I'm going to stay in Brightshoal. Like, I feel like a full victory is you have to see the end of the run, right? But yeah, that's the play, I think. I want to go for worm eggs that shoot my spells. They'll hatch into dragons. We'll have fire and ice dragons. There's a lot of fun stuff we could synergize around that. I do feel like there was a new thing I wanted to mess around with too, though. That's right, Blazing Blood Fire. All your blood and fire spells gain quick cast. I mean, worm eggs count. Fireball and worm eggs would both work. The worms have melee and trample. So minion health, minion damage, breath damage, minion range, number of summons. Number of summons is a big one. I want to up that as much as I can. And disperse. We'll disperse our eggs around. Oh. My very hot peppermint tea. Too hot, in fact. That works for me. Let's also take icicle. Whenever a frozen enemy dies to ice damage, regain a charge, a physical beam to the main target, or freeze for 2 turns. Either of these. And then fireball. I'm not sure which one yet. Chaos Ball always makes the most sense, especially if we have other things casting it, just so we do the best damage possible. But Ash Ball has poison and blind, and Meteor stuns, but only at the center target. Stun and freeze as a combination is always nice, but we'll see how we feel as we go. Oh, if we do freeze,
Hello
though.
there.
What's going on, just the tip? If we do freezing, then we could take stuff like steam animus. And I do like steam animus. Yeah, we might take freezing. I'm almost ready to say we're definitely taking freezing, but I'm not going to commit yet. The one nice thing about being post-sick is I can do fun voices, but only in the lower register. Can't do any high-pitched voices. Let's just pop over here. If I start here, I could take out one spawner, work my way up to the second spawner. Nice. Bang. Alright. Up we go. Starting with both Icicle and Fireball is just pleasant. It's just nice. Bang, 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 bang. Ah. It's also nice just not being in a horrible weekly challenge run. Melt, boiling blood, hungry maw, plague of undeath. Nah. Now, some of those could be nice. But I feel like we often don't take any of the dragon stuff. I kind of want to hold out for some of the dragon stuff. Because it's rare we do a dragon run. It's very niche. Blood spells. Fire spells cast Mercurize on a random character. Enchantment is fire. Maybe we'll reroll. Again, we could find better stuff, I think. Probably won't be a very long stream today. But we're gonna aim for at least normal length. That would be nice. Blood spells and skills. Reality Anchor, minion duration. Sprigamaker, Summer Crown. Spark Loom. Might just take a Summer Crown. Doesn't really do much for us, but it's not the worst thing in the world. Then there's a bag of spikes here, that'll be nice. Weak to ice, that's what I like to see. You know what? I'm just gonna start right on there with the Summer Crown. What do you got? 25. And let's also take freezing. Yeah. Looking good. Haha. Come on, you little punks. Beauteous. Oh, go get him, team. That's why I grabbed Summer Crown. I think I made the sound effects a little on the high end last time we were playing. Let me know if these are too low. Filth Lord Drakenstaff, you see? Drakenstaff. That's the kind of stuff we're looking for. Oh. Minion health, breath damage. Ooh. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, I want to get all the Draken stuff. I think this will be a fine level for us as well. I might even just say let the bag of spikes take care of it. Go get him. I'll take my dragon staff. I'm pretty sure the spikes can handle this whole floor. What's going on, Cactus? Working today? You're supposed to be out sick. Listen, your bosses will all understand if you tell them Shake the Box was sick, and therefore you get a sympathy day off. They'll understand. Like, oh yeah, no, we get it. Stay home. Well, I do like discs. Fiery disc is in particular, but I don't think we need it for this run. I think we can get away with holding out for better stuff. There is a portal key there, though. Let's think about it. Radius. Fireball would benefit. Shatter Shards would benefit. We're definitely going to end up with that. Icy Vengeance is probably going to be on the table. But there's only Sorceress, Sinister, Fiery, Enchanting, and Mystic. That's a bummer. Yeah, let's just re-roll. Conjuration. Flag? Okay, alright. Worm eggs are fire, ice, conjuration. A flag is definitely desirable. I'm gonna try my best to spare you from any coughing and sniffling as best I can. But there may be mistakes. I apologize if you catch any. It is a mage level 2. I'm going for it. Unless this is like our horrible layout. Blood Magus. Honestly, this ain't bad. This ain't bad at all. What's going on, Ash? I mean, I think I could finish this fight really quick. Alright, almost done. Easy. Easiest fight ever. Alright, let's get the flag. Alright, we got it. We have the star of the run. We got it on floor 5, not too bad. Dark, spring. Give it a reroll. Gotta do something more makes you feel bad? I'm sorry. I know how that goes. But hopefully it's not too bad, and you'll be back feeling better afterwards. Annihilate, Moonglaive, Holy Fire, Sight of Blood. I think we'll just go here. I feel like this is not a bad location. I mean, it's gonna suck. This place is awful, but I think we could handle it. I do wish we had the upgrade already for Wormix, though. I might Chaos Bell. Just so the floor is over faster. Doesn't look like the kind of place I want to hang out at, you know? Let's do it. Hopefully they take out some spawners. Oh, come on. Yeah, I could see the problem here. Yes, do it. Kill this. He jumped in front of it? I mean, if I kill them, they just turn into dragons, so it's a win-win for me. In the wall? Come on! They have burrowing, it's fine. Go get him, team. Gotta get rid of their stupid phylacteries, though. You know what? Just to help out. Their burrowing will make this work, I think, better. We can get up to the top a little faster. Ow. God, they're so far away. You know what? I don't want to deal with this. Alright, phylacteries dealt with. Let's take out the spawners. Well, I took out the spawners I could. Ow, they keep hitting me! Come on, people. Use your breath attacks responsibly. My dragon staff means they do a lot of damage now, too. To me. Alright, go get him. I think they can handle the rest. Yeah. Perfect. So worm eggs, magic eggs. They can cast fireball and icicle on a cooldown. Unfortunately, I spawned them around me, which means they're gonna shoot me. So I think the next thing we want is going to be disperse. Disperse with protective warp, I'm thinking. Blood shift, petrify, invoke savagery. Hoping to find more dragon stuff. Conjured tome, though. No. Tome would be nice, but we'll get more. All liches. I want to look at how horrible it is. Look at all the purple. I hate it. Portal key, though. Portal key. I would like a portal key. I'm thinking about, like, where could I drop a bunch of things that are going to shoot fireballs and icicles, and I won't get caught entirely in the crossfire? Where's the best place for that? And then as they are hatched, we get warriors. Yeah, get 'em, eggs. So far, so good. Alright, go get them. My children. Almost all the damage I took was from my children. You know what, buddy? Let's hatch you. Go get him. I like these better than I like the dragons, honestly. Regenerates 8 HP per turn. The only problem is they are murdering each other. So I think Dragon Lord's gonna be an important... No, Scale Spinner. All your summon units gain 100% resist to that element for 5 turns. So they will gain 50 resist to fire, 50 resistance to ice. That's probably the way to go. Keep each other alive. And they are dragons, right? Yeah. Whoa. Breathing's hard. Finger 6. Can't say no to Finger 6. 3 spell points. Yeah, like I could Portal Key and reroll, but Finger 6 we know we want. We got 5 Worm Eggs, this will bring us up to 6 Worm Eggs. Again, looking for a good location to drop off a bunch of AoE damage that's gonna hurt me. That way I could plop it and then kind of hide a little bit. I think right here I could kind of back off into the corner. I'll have a wall of eggs doing fun stuff. Get 'em, kids. You found a combo, Fire and Houndmaster, who summon fire dogs every time you cast. Yeah, it's a good skill. In the original game, it was just you got them, and if they died, they were gone. I kind of like in the sequel they're going with every time you cast a spell. Makes them feel a lot more viable. Alright, if we're careful with our fire and ice spells, we can keep our children alive. They're mostly dead at this point. They tried their best. What do we got? 2 of each left? Oh, I guess you know what? We only spawned 5. We only lost 1. It's not too bad. Wait. 3 ice, 1 fire? Yeah. Doesn't come very even, I guess. You know what? Nice golden stopwatch for you guys. And now I got these guys. Yeah, mess them up. Oh, you little bastard. Frozen. Okay, now we really have lost most of our children. How are you? Oh, you're gaining shields. 50 health left. I still have most of the spawners left. That's a rough one. I'm gonna get another teleporter, so doing this ain't that bad. Pick up Finger 6. Got 3 points. I could upgrade Fireball right now, but I feel like I want to wait. Poison for 9 more turns. You're a bastard. Fire and Ice Hydra? Nice. I kind of want to drink a potion and just summon more eggs. But I should probably not do that. Actually, I don't have any health potions. Maybe I should. The best goddamn Christmas cookie? I'm partial to snickerdoodles myself. Is there somewhere in the menu that explains what SH is? I assuming it's basically shield. It is shield. Can't remember if it's explained in how to play or not. Let's see. Yeah, if a unit with shield would be dealt damage, only loses one shield instead. List has a status effect. Alright, given we have no health potions, I am actually going to do it. It is good for our health. Oh, no reason to say sorry. Listen, when it comes to these kind of games, like, I've been playing Caves of Cud hundreds and hundreds of hours. Only recently did I learn how to properly use all the different gun abilities. Yeah, I'm not sorry. Like suppressing fire and stuff in that game, I've been using wrong for ages. But now I know. Alright, 6 spell points. You forgot how to play was right there? No worries. 6 spell points. What's going on, Morgana? Scale Spinner's gonna be very nice. Dragon Lord's gonna be very nice. In fact, Dragon Lord might be what I want first. It'll give us 3 more charges for worm eggs. So worm eggs gets health, damage, breath damage, number of summons. Number of summons. Steam Anima's affected by that. Hound Lord's affected. What's going on, Creedmoor? In Conjuration Lands, number of summons is not one of them. Worm eggs is not a nature, but I know Nature Lord does come with some stuff that would help us do that. Where is it? Oh, reading's hard. Is it not nature? Maybe it is conjuration. It is conjuration. Horde-mancer. We are going to want Horde-mancer. I might take the dragon one first. It'll give us a lot more summons. Not great, but not dire. As for me, I would say this has been an interesting sick. I've never had a sick that it compartmentalized all of the different types of sick. My first day of being sick, it was exclusively like head colds, like just runny nose, sneezing. Like I didn't feel that bad. And that was on Saturday that started, like sore throat, head colds, into Sunday. And that's where I was like, no one wants to hear me when I can't talk. Like, it was way worse than this. Like, my nose was just running the whole time. Like, talking was hard, so I didn't stream on Sunday. And then Monday was awful. Monday was just all day, like, the head cold was gone. Just entirely fever. Like, aches and pains, chills, the fever. I was just in bed, not awake most of the day. And then Tuesday, no more fever, no more head colds, just chest congestion with coughing. I don't know. I don't know what it is. Cold, flu. Could be flu. Let's use a portal key. I want to dig. Yeah, mega colds. Like, I've been way sicker before. Like, December/January 2 years ago, I was in the hospital. Like, that was sick. That was, I coughed so hard, I had a partial hernia, and I was in agony. My lungs were filled with fluid. Like, that was sick. Yeah, like a flu, I expect to have a fever for like several days in a row. This one was like one day of fever. Right now, I mostly feel fine. I just have like a rattle in the chest, you know? I got that every once in a while. Something will loosen up in here and I will start coughing. And of course, like, stuffy nose. Like, I feel like I have a cold now. But a somewhat manageable cold. Alright, I'm just looking for the word Draken. I'm not getting rid of my Draken staff. I tested myself for COVID. I am negative on COVID. So at the very least, I'm alright on that front. There's a Draken helm I'm looking for. I've had a fever with COVID before. You get 3 days of health followed by 2 weeks of a cough and nothing else. Well, a cough is a foregone conclusion with me because I have scars from pneumonia in my lungs, so like, no matter what kind of sick I get, it's gonna involve a cough at the end at the very least. I was kind of amazed I didn't have much of a cough until later into the sick. It almost always starts and ends with coughing for me. I am having trouble focusing though. It's gonna be one of those streams where I'm just like, woo! You know what? Flame Dark. Flame Dark ain't a bad hat. So I think we'll be heading here. Yeah, I can kind of clog up over here with my eggs. Son of a bitch, I didn't realize you were here. Just immediately freeze that bastard. Yeah, dragons. Honestly, I'm starting to think maybe Steam Anima's first. Yeah, let's do it. Like, I want more eggs, but we're getting a lot of good freezing. And unfreezing. Really clean the colon, exactly. Oh my god, look at how many we get so fast. Yeah, no regrets. Yeah. That guy should be murdering my eggs over here. We'll get him, team. Ah. Let's bring it down to just fast. See our dragons in action. Mercurize, Eye of Ice. I might. It's hard to choose. I kind of want to get Disperse as well. These dragons rock. They're very good. I've never messed around with worm eggs. It's been on my list for a little while now. I think that normal dragon spells are a bit underwhelming. But these are whelming. I'm whelmed at the moment. Like dragons, it takes a lot of work to make them work. The worm eggs feel like they are a bit healthier and robuster right out the gate. Like they heal. They have a natural heal. Worms have health of a higher caliber, and they regenerate health. They don't come with quite as many fun varieties. And we can only have the eggs do so much. What were the other upgrades? A damaging aura. For every 6 allied dragons that die, gain a charge of worm egg. Oh, actually, Scarelivers would have been unlimited, wouldn't it? Just up the number of summons. Either way, I'm enjoying them right now. I like being mommy to dragons. I don't want another spell. Golden stopwatch would be nice. This looks like a good place for me. These are Fey rockworms. Electric giant spiders. Go, my children. Yes. Just watching the steam animus spread. Every time someone gets frozen, we get more steam animus. Alright, right back to turbo. I forgot how many steam animus we get and how quickly we get them. Then they all get a shot. It's fun, there's like a wave of them going upwards. Freeze. Unfreeze. Alright, I think I'll take the Dragon Lord as my next thing. It's like a crack team. One freezes, one unfreezes, that generates steam animas, and the system repeats. It's a wave of disappearing temporary friends. Another golden stopwatch. Oh, they're all fleshbound. We haven't seen too much of the fleshbound yet, have we? It's interesting. The fleshbound is like a hive mind thing, shared damage. So all fleshbound ravens share one health pool. And they all regenerate 1 per turn. Fleshbound butterfly demon's a rough one, though. We should check out a fleshbound floor. There's also a new spider boss we gotta look for. Gotta find the new stuff. Alright, Dragon Lord. I'm gonna have so many eggs. Go, my babies. Oh, you can see the health sharing effect on screen. It's pretty neat. Summon fleshbound. Alright, they are not fleshbound themselves. A little sad. I was hoping the spawners were fleshbound too. Interesting. Poison would be very effective against fleshbound stuff, I assume. Just watching all the damage move around. I like fleshbound floors. I imagine with certain builds, this would be rough. But with this kind of builds, this is nothing. Who are we beating up in the middle there? Who? God damn. Why is it so healthy? Let's see. Weak to ice, no fire resist. Still has 3 shields. How? What is going on with this one butterfly? And what are you? You're a cursed cat. Void beam, lightning, melee attack, flying, chance to blink randomly. Regenerates 1 HP per turn. It should be losing shields. How's it have 3? What is going on? How's it getting its shields back? Blocked, blocked. Blocked, blocked, block, 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 block. Something's going on that I don't think I understand. Yeah, regenerates at 1 HP per turn. Shouldn't be getting back every shield. It's being shot dozens of times per turn. We managed to do 9 damage to it that round and it got 2 shields back? How? Truly perplexing. Like something was not right in there, right? I'm not crazy. Something wasn't going right. I wonder if disperse is the right way to go. It seems like a good system right now to have just a pile of eggs. We end up generating a lot of elementals that way. But in theory, we could do the same thing all over the map. I guess we can give it a try. Worst case scenario, we just use disperse as a means of keeping things away from us. Still a good spell. Then again, might want to get our worm eggs doing more damage, and me more damage too. So these are both sorceries. Arch Sorcerer would do it, and Disintegrate would be good too. Add 7 damage to both of those. I think that's the way I'm going. Arch Sorcerer for more damage potential. Reroll. Still looking for that hat, that dragon hat. I'll give up my current Flame Dark hat for it. Well, I guess the game wants me to have a pair of shoes. Fine. Or a chest piece. I like Vampiric Vestments, but it's a floor of Ghostly, and that's annoying. It's Vampiric Vestments there, Vampiric Vestments or Ghost Slippers there. And this one has Translocation Boots. Oh god. This floor would be horrible. They're all gonna be summoning. Then again, if we take Disperse, this could be a very fun floor too. Just crap out eggs, disperse, crap out eggs, disperse, crap out eggs, disperse. We haven't done too many of these floors. The many low tier enemies floors. All ghostly. Comes with a chaos spell. Teleporter and a chaos spell. You know what? Let's do it. Like I said, we haven't done these floors too much. I will take Disperse. And I can take Protective Warp right away. My eggs will gain shields. Take the translocation boots. Eggs. Disperse. Eggs. Disperse. Seems to really favor one type of egg at the moment. Eggs. Disperse. Yeah, disperse. Enemies slain. I don't think I've lost too many of my worms yet. I could help with freezing around these parts. Make more steam atoms that way. And when I see frozen stuff, just launch a fireball. Oh, laughing is just very painful. Oh. Let's disperse these things. Get them out in the world. They're not helping me being next to me. Oh yeah. Live and drink, my friend. So some of the things I did while dying of my current sickness. I started watching Severance. That's enjoyable so far. I've only seen the first 2 episodes. The real fun for me, though, is I went back and I started rewatching a show I haven't seen in a long time, which is Record of Lodoss War. And I have so many baked-in memories of this goddamn show because it's the first DVD I ever bought. Like, literally, my first DVD, I got the Record of Lodoss War, like, box set a million years ago. I have vivid memories of the first episode being on TV. I think it was on Sci-Fi Channel when I was a kid, and just being blown away by it. And that's in part what got me into D&D. And then I learned way later on that that whole story being told is a retelling of a Dungeons & Dragons campaign that was played by a bunch of like Japanese authors. And then later on they took that campaign that was originally Dungeons & Dragons and they reworked it into its own setting, the Record of Lodoss War, and adapted it for another system that I've never played before. But very enjoyable. I should really stream Record of Lodoss War in the Discord at some point. The new Dune show is dull. You're not wrong. Like, I'm waiting for it to pick up the pace a little bit. I don't mind relatively slow-paced things. Like, honestly, Dune 1 and Dune Part 2, there's a lot of, like, slower moments. And that's fine if, like, there's a lot of good character and set design and stuff going on. The Dune show has the problem that it doesn't have a lot of that going on. How'd you get your voice an octave lower, right? I'm just naturally... And I can go so much deeper. We can do this whole stream as a, previously on X-Men voice. Or, this summer, only in theaters. I can do all those stupid voices. Metal Gear. Colonel, what do you mean? What's a Hind D doing here? What's a Russian gunship doing here? Oh, the problem is I can't breathe through my nose. I'm gonna reroll. I've been staring at these 3 portals forever. This comes from a person with a Spacers Guild tattoo on my left arm. Isn't doing a lot of political movement and faction positioning. So, to talk about this Dune show, you have the Dune movies that just came out, and these are associated with that, so we're going to use that version of Dune. You have Villeneuve's Dune. I really like those 2 movies. They are relatively slow, but I don't think they're boring. But other people will find them boring. I've definitely sat next to someone that fell asleep watching Dune. Like, your mileage may vary. What's troubling, not troubling, what's hard to get into with this new show is you have Dune, and you're like, okay, we're gonna make a prequel TV show. It's like, oh, cool, I can get behind a prequel show. The prequel show takes place 10,000 years before the events of Dune. So, you're not going to find that many characters that you could latch onto, or even concepts you could latch onto that are available in the Dune movies. This is 10,000 years in the past. So it's like a person will have a last name you're familiar with, but how many generations removed is that? You're saying Duncan Idaho isn't there? He is not. It is based off of a trilogy of books called Sisterhood of Dune, Mentats of Dune, and something or other of Dune. And I don't think those were Herbert's books. I think they were his kids' books, right? The Dune experience is a strange experience. Because there were the books that he wrote, and those get weird. Like, those have a giant man, half worm, god king. And I'm really sad that we're not going to get that. Like, Villeneuve's going to stop making these movies before we get Giant Worm Man, which is a crime. And eventually, like, they start cloning people in later books. This is 10,000 years before, and the sandworms make the important thing. They can't get rid of the worms. Killing the worms is a bad thing, as far as people in power are concerned in this universe. I was talking to Andrew, I was explaining the show to him, and I was joking that you have the movies, and in the movies they do mention something called the Butlerian Jihad, which is essentially a war between sentient robots that were enslaving humanity and humanity. It's the war against the machines. And this prequel series takes place 80 years after that war. It's like, come on, guys, just go back to the Robot Wars. I want to see the Robot Wars. Why did you skip the Robot Wars? This prequel series is about the Bene Gesserit Sisterhood, like the secret political leanings of the Shadows group of magic ladies, which is neat. It's like them getting set up. But I really wanted to see the Robot Wars. I wanted to see the Robot Wars. The Butlerian, because it's named after a family who had the last name of Butler. Butlerian Jihad. But I'm a little disappointed that this takes place after the really cool, like, thing that really sets up the whole universe. Like, Dune's whole thing is, does the prequel teach us that somehow technology hasn't progressed in 10,000 years? Yes, actually. Like, the Dune universe is interesting, in my opinion, because essentially they got really technology advanced, right? We had supercomputers, sentient computers, half man, half computers, cyborg lords, and that causes the war against machines and men. It's a huge war. It decimates humanity. They win, though. And at that point, they go, okay, we can never have good computers again. Outlaw good computers. Which is why technology stops progressing. Like, it's a religious tenet they have. They literally read Bibles where it's like, thou shalt not make a computer in the image of a man's mind. And that halts progress to the point where, like, it's kind of like in Warhammer, where people are like, we don't know how the old machines work, but we use them. We love this old technology. Like, they do that in Dune. Like, they don't quite understand how some of their shit works. They just use it. And they're not allowed to make new shit. And that's why Dune is like 10,000 years later, we're still fighting with swords. I've always thought it was silly, but it's like kind of a fun setting for a story. But yes, they actually do explain why technology sucks for 10,000 years. Hey, we shouldn't make robots like people. Even the fighting Iraq is like there's a lot of really cool stuff in the timeline of Dune that they could have told a story in. And they went for like, let's make up basically our own story, but we'll use this trilogy as like our setting. Because they made up, like, I feel like the crux of it is there's a mysterious character that has mysterious powers, and he's trying to stop the Sisterhood from forming. So, like, the main plot largely made up for the show, but the setting is adapted from these 3 books. You wouldn't download a machine in the image of a man, would you? Anyway, let's go ahead and pick... Is this a floor with just shrew? That's a mean floor. I guess it's not as mean as it once was. But still, that's a messed up floor. I mean, this is the floor for me as far as rewards go, but I hate brain trees. Then again, I think we could murder brain trees pretty viciously right now. And we have a cast spell. You know what? I think we can handle this. Especially if I just dump my eggs out real quick over here. And then we disperse the eggs. Also disperse the trees, that way they can't really get like clumps very efficiently. And anytime we have a problem, we just freeze somebody. And then we unfreeze somebody. Instant army. It's perfect. Yeah, this is just an instant plague of dragons and little animals. Hell, we won and most of the eggs didn't even hatch. That's not bad. I'm sorry, Ash. Try not to worry too much about tomorrow. I'm still gonna watch the Dune show. I'm hoping that the next 3 episodes, I think it's only a 6-episode affair. I'm hoping the second half really picks things up. What's weird is I thought the first 2 episodes were poorly paced, but relatively interesting, like things happened. And then the 3rd episode was better made as far as like pacing goes. It's like, oh, this is a well done episode. But also it didn't feel like anything important happened. It was an entirely backstory episode. Which means I watched a show that is a 10,000 year prequel that was entirely set like 50 years before the events of the show I'm watching. If you had to start Dune, what should you watch first? Well, I would say the current 2 movies, Dune Part 1, Dune Part 2, like the Villeneuve movies, they're beautiful, like incredible stuff. If you want to have a silly fun time, the David Lynch version is fun, but the current stuff is a lot more robust. If you want to read the books, you would start with Dune. Ooh, Master of Time, Master of Memories, Conjure Vitality. Radiant Chill. I mean, skills are nice. We also got 2 potions here. Oh yeah, I forgot there was a miniseries. Didn't that have young what's-his-face in there? Hold on, I just had like a phantom memory pop into my head, and now I have to confirm something. Guy who plays Magneto in like the... Yeah, James McAvoy. He is okay. I did watch that. I have pictures of him in my head right now. I'm like, wait a minute. Was that McAvoy? That's incredible. It's a good... I think you'll enjoy it. Oh, I gotta change those settings.
The Korean and Colombian places are close. I choose steak for dinner myself.
Well, thank you very much, Mona. I appreciate it. I think tonight I will take the time to lower my alert volumes. Patrick Stewart, yes, he's in the David Lynch version. Patrick Stewart is in the David Lynch version, and he walks around with a pug. The whole movie, it's great. All future Professor Xaviers must come through Dune, apparently. I figured you meant closed, but it's still fun the other way. I'm kind of with Morgana. Like, the first 3 books are all you need. Really, the first book is pretty standalone. But Giant Worm, man. You have to keep going for Giant Worm. And Sting with the crazy eyes, yeah. Maybe Radiant Chill. That just, like, passively freezes one dude every once in a while, right? Oh, it's anytime we cast an ice spell. I mean... If you're thinking about reading more than 3 of them, you can, but I feel like 3 is... That's the maximum you really need. But you can stop at 1. But, if I had to recommend reading something... The 4th book just came out in my... in my favorite series, Absolution, by Jeff Vandermeer. I haven't started this yet, and I probably won't until I reread the first 3. But if you saw the movie Annihilation and you liked it even a little bit, Annihilation adapted the first book. But the Area X trilogy, or I guess quadrilogy at this point, one of my favorites. He does a terrible autograph, though. His signatures are always just a little wavy line. Look at that. Where's the J? Come on, Jeff. You gotta work on your signature. Oh, if I talk too long without breathing, I get... What's the 4th? Absolution. It just came out. It's like a surprise 4th book. But I absolutely love the first 3. So I'm excited for the 4th. The reviews have been stellar. Ghostly Silent Spectre. Oh, I hate Silent Spectres. You love those? They're, again, some of my favorite books of all time is Annihilation, Authority, and Acceptance. Incredible. Incredible books. I'm excited to reread them and then read this one. Honestly, I don't think I've disliked any of Vandermeer's books. I really like all of his stuff set in Amber Green. All those books are great. And I like this series. And Born. God, I love Born. Giant, psychotic, flying grizzly bear. Alright, we have a bunch of people that are resistant to fire and ice, but not 100%, so we should still be able to burn through them. The problem is the silencing ghosts. Each turn, there's a 25% chance to blink twice. It has double the blinkage. There's like a math equation for this one, isn't there? Because there's two separate 25% chances, there's... What's the real percentage chance of it teleporting? It's more than 25% when there's double, right? It's not 50%. It's something weird. I always forget how that works. What's going on, PJ? Oh, I have plenty of spell points I should be spending here. It happens, PJ. Thank you. And thank you, I got the game you sent, thank you very much. It's two separate indications, sorry, two separate chances at 25%. So it's a 25% chance and then a separate second 25% chance. It's one of those, like, if I flip a coin things. Two flips. It looks up my alley. Scale Spinner would make a lot of sense. Art Sorcerer would make a lot of sense. I think Horde Master, though. Let's do Horde Master to start. 56.25% chance. There it is. I think you're already in the raffle, PJ. I haven't actually resolved it from when I was last streaming. I figured, like, it's been a few days because I got sick. We'll resolve it at the end of the day today. 43.75% chance for your understanding. Ah. Basically, 25% chance to blink, and then a separate, if that one doesn't go off, there's another 25% chance to blink. Although I guess they could stack, it could blink twice. They could hit the 25% chance twice in a row. It's one of those stupid probability things. It's one of those things I watch YouTube videos of at 4 in the morning where someone explains math to me. That's one of the things I did while I was sick, is I watched a long video explaining the history of how humanity stumbled into fermentation in beer and how it ended up in its current state. But I was watching that while, like, feverish and falling asleep and waking up. And the YouTube algorithm was like, what's he want to watch after this? And it put on Spiffing Brit doing a cannibalism run of goddamn, RimWorlds after that. And then after the cannibalism RimWorld run, it went back to an educational video on, like, Joan of Arc's, like, timeline. So I have this, like, fever dream memory right now of, you know, oh, Sumerians stumbled into beer, and of course we need to cut up the bodies and store the meat. We're never gonna run out of meat. And then, you know, Budweiser, I'm like, this is a bad memory we have in my brain right now. You'd like, it's Extra History. It's like the people that used to do Extra Credits made a different series called Extra History. If you do Extra History beer, I believe you would find it, Martin. It was a fun one. Go forth, my children. I'm a little concerned that my eggs being silenced over and over will cause problems. But if I freeze you and then set you on fire... Yeah, I got a lot of silenced eggs here. And now I'm silenced, of course. There we go, not silenced anymore. And he got frozen. Excellent. And I'm silenced again. Look at all those eggs that are not dead. Someone was dared to drink it. I always knew that beer was different. I didn't realize beer was like basically oatmeal. Like they would put a straw down to the bottom so they don't get the big chunks, and there would just be like big communal vat they would drink from. It goes into a lot of fun details, the video. I hate silence ghosts. I hate them so much. There we go, there we go. Oh, I'm still next to silence ghosts. Well, I could use one of my teleporters at the very least. Get me away from those ghosts. Yeah, it was more like a yerba mate. Also, like, they would sometimes just eat it with spoons. It was like a porridge. It was so thick. It took a while before, like, clarifying beer was a desirable trait. And then when it comes to, like, America and our history with it, it's amazing how many times we switched our preferences. Like, we like this because the other drinks are foreign. And then, like, no, we like this one now. Now those ones are foreign drinks. It's like, God. Yeah, fermented bread with bread yeast. I mean, it was considered bread. Beer was considered bread as far as, like, taxes were concerned for a lot of the medieval years. Then cannibalism, of course, was a good... Wait, no. That might have been the other video. That might have been the other video. Never mind. I think all the cannibalism stuff might not be related to beer. But again, my brain has them all as one continuous narrative right now. It's gonna be an agonizing battle, but they'll eventually all die. You know what? At 4, hold on. Get some beer in the fridge. I have beer, like, I got ages ago. Just hanging around that I should probably drink at some point. Cannibals related to beer? It's because I was, like, watching this, series of videos, and at one point YouTube was just like, you know what, let's sneak in a video of someone playing RimWorld in the middle. And I was just kind of in and out of being awake. Melting armor. I mean, my dragons all have melee attacks, right? I think I'll take melting armor. Ooh, Soman. A fine choice. Wait a minute. Mona sent me food. I could be excited about food. Let me think about that. I think it was the brisket sandwich, right? Oh. I pray if I open my email I don't see a restaurant closed thing. I don't. Yes! Brisket sandwich. Hell yeah. Now I'm very excited. I think I'm gonna take melting armor. That way if someone has, like, decent resists, they can just zerg them down. Thank you, Mona. I like history of granite. Does videos about the pyramids, ancient America. It's true. Like, pre-settled America, most people don't bother making videos about that. And there's a lot of interesting stuff. Yeah, let's do melting armor. That'll make it so our dragons can one-shot folks with just melee attacks. You would like if there's a convenient place near you for one of those delectable sandos aside from Arby's? I think there's really like one option for me, but I'm just happy to have one option. I think this might be from Wildwood, a barbecue place. There's actually a good barbecue place, but it's kind of far away and I don't think any delivery options exist for it. And I haven't been there for a while, but Bub's Barbecue. I like Bub's. But they're pretty far afield right now for me. If we take a look at this man, his physical resist should be gone now. When the turn's over. This is on turbo. Yeah, minus 290 physical resist. Bubs wasn't bad. My god, Sandstone. Are you from out this way? Or is Bubs a chain I just never knew? I don't think it's a chain. Oh my god, you went to UMass? You do know this area. Yeah, I like Bubs. But I'm... I don't have too much, like, authentic barbecue experience. But that's pretty cool, Sandstone. I'm still out in this area. It does sound like a pretty common name, but Sandstone knows exactly the place I'm talking about. Come on, just physically attack this one man. Do it. Just hit him. Slap him. Worked at a Babe's barbecue. Like, I feel like Wildwood is a chain. But that's fine. You wish you still lived in the Pioneer Valley? I really like the Pioneer Valley. That's why I'm still here. It is like a different world, though, you're not wrong. It's amazing how kind of secluded it could feel while also having access to a decent amount of stuff. It's that college town system. It's amazing how many breweries are still out this way. I'm gonna take Radiant Chill. Sounds relaxing. Flame Ice, Ice Helm. Be able to stream for the entire world. I mean, you can still stream for the entire world. The French accent is not a weird accent. I enjoy the French accent. Do do do. Ah, we'll reroll. Lamassu. Oh, sorceress stuff. Yeah, just pretend you're Canadian, Ash. Haha. Ugh. I hate being sick. Not very good sorcerer stuff, unfortunately. I might take the disc. Freeze the main target. Nah. Like a bigger AoE doesn't help as much as I want it to here. This one is Wizards with a Gorgon. Fleshbound Goblin. What a weird one to be fleshbound. There's only one of him. He got a bad roll. I guess if he makes his giant spiders, those will be fleshbound. So it still makes sense to have him get the prefix. But he's all alone. He can't share his fleshboundedness with anyone else. So sad. So sad. How awful is this place? It's not that bad. Like, this is a problem, but we have so many dragons now. We could hack it. And with death dice, stopwatches, yeah, we're tricked out. People avoid when they see the FR, but that's only if you're speaking in French, right? Like, you could mark your channel as being in English, can't you? Yeah, I might go here. Translocators are chumps. Mass Wizard, jump. It's really just the Gorgon, and we're gonna have so many dragons everywhere. I see what you're saying. That is true. I wouldn't be able to understand if you were speaking in French. I could pretend. Go forth, my children. Oh, are you frozen? Oh, I killed him. I didn't want to do that. I was just looking to freeze somebody for a second. You can only play a game for an hour before we have to take a break. Man, because we just erase everyone's physical defense, they die real quick if they get slapped once. Starting to think maybe for Fireball we're gonna take Meteor. Oh no, Chaos Ball though. Here's the thing, if we take Chaos Ball, if a unit is resistant to one or more of these damage, the Fireball will deal the damage type they're least resistant to. So they'll become physical damage. The problem with that is we won't make our steam enemas as often or as readily as we are. And I don't want to do that. But if we take Meteor, they take physical damage. So our eggs can still kill people with physical damage. I can still do physical damage. I think we want to take Meteor. It's cheaper too. Let's grab Meteor. It'll stun, it'll do physical damage. Because, like, we're really not doing a lot of damage with our individual spells. We're really just... we use it to freeze, we use it to unfreeze. And now, even a little physical damage, when people have negative 300 resistance, like, it's being multiplied. So I like that. Free Annihilate. Annihilate's one of my favorite spells. It's a good spell. Although I'm disappointed with how its cascade effect works. Annihilate will, like, cycle through 3 damage types, or more, but if you take Cascade, instead of repeating the spell, which is how I want it to work, it's whatever's left over. So if something dies after taking the second hit, the third hit is what passes on. I want it to just cast it again. That's what I want. That's the Cascade I want. Alright. I knew what I was taking, and then I forgot. No, I remember. Searing Heat. Whenever you cast a fire spell, deal 1 fire damage to all enemies in line of sight of the target. Or maybe I want to do the Blazing Bloodfire. It would mean casting Worm Eggs is a free action. Prince of Ruin obviously would be good. Fiery Judgment. There's a lot of good choices here. Oh yeah, fire into dark damage. Redeal half of fire damage as dark damage? Ghost Fire. I'm gonna take Ghost Fire. I never get to take Ghost Fire. Hell yeah, Ghost Fire. All infernal stuff. What kind of level layouts are we looking at? I hate that level. This level would suck. I hate giant massive eyes. We'd be silenced all the time. Because these guys have quite the radius. Do a little bit of damage. Do silence for 3 rounds. Star Swimmers. I'm gonna re-roll. I do. Every floor has something I hate on it. Icy Tome. Banner of the Hordes. So Dragonstaff is giving us more health, 12 I don't want to pass that up. As much as like Banner of the Horde has been buffed significantly, I used to make fun of Banner of the Horde for being as crappy as it was. But now, all spells and skills gain 2 number of summons. It used to just be 1 number of summons. Like, why would you take that? Even 2 is like... it's still not as good as it could be. I feel like 3. 3, and then I'll be like, okay, that's on par with something like Crackle Darkener. But 2 is so much better than 1. 1 was just like, why would I bother? I'll just pick up any old Conjuration flag, and I'm done. Robe of the Druids, Robe of Storms, Vial of Ambrosia. I think I want a portal key. Another Fleshbound level. I'll choose a nice quiet place to have my babies. Hey, Ghostfire already working. Spread out my children. Fleshbound levels are just fun. I like watching the health distribution thing go off. Hell yeah, Ghostfire. Alright, let's distribute my children again. Go get them, kids. Alright, worm eggs. Pretty good stuff. Pretty strong. Even if they don't turn into dragons, it's working out pretty good. Ooh, I'm getting a winter weather advisory. Looks like I could have up to 3 inches overnight. Oh. We have official confirmation. 3 inches a lot. We can all... God damn. We got so many ghosts. What kind of fireball do I cast? I took Meteor. That way we do physical damage. Angry electronic popcorn filled with murderous intent. Man, this floor was over before we even really got a chance to look at it very much. Gotta drive your car with no heating to the garage. Ooh, your heating coil's out? Jimmy had that problem. That is rough. So basically, our Flame Dark cap means anytime something takes fire damage, we are guaranteed to get ghosts from Ghost Fire. Our Worm Eggs cast our Fireball and our Icicle. Our Icicle freezes, our Fireball does fire damage and physical damage. Which means anytime something's unfrozen, we get our Steam Animus. Anytime something takes fire damage, they lose physical resistance, which means those fireballs can really mess people up rather fast. Radiant Chill means we're freezing things anytime I cast Worm Eggs or Icicle. We have a very good engine right now. Everything feeds something or other. I have work tomorrow. Hopefully, either work is closed tomorrow, which would be awesome. Or the snow is taken care of before I have to go in. One or the other, please. You had a really good steak, dry-aged beef seasoned with Blanco from Meat Church, topped with whipped butter doing its rest after grilling it. Ooh, that does sound quite nice. That sounds lovely. Conjured hourglass. Nope, no need for hourglasses. Avoid spikes is not going to help us out. I got a portal key. I want to try and get extra skills. Sinister stuff. Purple drink, sunny delight. Reroll. Nothing. Ice Lord. Ice Lord does have a use here. Honestly, Starfire doesn't, but Ice Lord does. Oh, but another flag? Fiery flag might be the way to go. Number of summons is the best. That's really what I would like to focus on. Jar of Embers. We could potentially have fire ice dragons. We got some good choices here. We'll start with the last one we saw, which is the Jar of Embers. Each non-fire ally you summon has a 1 in 3 chance to be burning. So ice dragons that are burning would be unstoppable, and the steam animas would flow like wine. So that sounds nice. Next up is getting another flag. What are we up to right now? We make 7 eggs. We'd be up to 8 eggs if we took this. That's good. It's quite good. But not quite as exciting as the fiery ice dragons. Our fire dragons wouldn't benefit at all. And then last, Ice Lord. Ice spells and skills. So we could freeze for 2 turns more. Our icicles would do more damage. Like, that's good. We got Radiant Chill down here. They'd be frozen for 5 turns. Icicle could freeze for... It's not listed on that screen. We have to go here. 4 turns. I feel like the most impactful and exciting one is the jar, though. So let's stay. Like, we're gonna land right on the jar. Let's get that jar. Jar of Embers. And now eggs. Do we have any burning ice eggs? Burning ice worm eggs. So if we see a blue line, that's how we know it's a burning egg. This is a normal fire egg. Burning egg. So we already got 2 right there. Oh yeah, we got a bunch. Disperse my children out into the world. I guess because these are not valid targets, we're hitting these pretty reliably. Out you go. Santa only brings eggs this year. What was that movie? Guardians? The Guardians? Hugh Jackman was the Easter Bunny. He was working with Santa Claus. The floor's over already. God damn. We have a very strong run. Doo-doo-doo. Whenever you deal 6 or more fire, lightning, or physical sight, that's never gonna happen. That prequel to Red 1? Yeah, the prequel to Red 1. My mom saw Red 1 in the theater. She enjoyed it. I mean, for the physical damage and the fire damage, Prince of Ruin's not a bad idea. But before we worry about that, always look at your portals first. We might get a freebie skill. We don't want to buy one by mistake. Nothing's worse than seeing a thing you just bought for free. Blazing Bloodfire. Done and done. I would like Blazing Bloodfire, please. So that means I could take something else. So at the moment, we have a decent number of fire skills, but like, Shatter Shards ain't bad. Let's take Shatter Shards. Heck, Icy Vengeance is also very good. And that means Ice Lord would be good, because it would buff up the damage on Shatter Shards. Same with Icy Vengeance. Well, not the same thing. I want Icy Vengeance. It wouldn't help. Ice Lord's not going to improve the max health of our minions. Well, let's take Shatter Shards. Alright, blazing bloodfire. Well, hell. This will be an interesting one. Weak to ice, though. I'm gonna just make a bunch of eggs up here. And this one guy, look at him. Yeah, no, I'm on par with these three. You know, they're massive, towering furnaces that are animated by dark, dark magic, and, of course, a man-faced dragon that just heals. I'm on par. I'm a little bird man. Think I'll make my egg clutch up here and start teleporting them out. Maybe up here. I'll do it here. So you guys hide and summon? It looks like he's trying, but I've already distributed my eggs. I've already won. We just carpet bomb the level with very powerful eggs. If the eggs are alive, they do good work. If the eggs die, they do even better work. So this is the Rift Wizard equivalent of egging someone's house. We need to figure out what the equivalent of TPing someone's house would be. Spider spawner. Unfortunately, that would require some poison. I do want to do a build around spiders, though. That's one of the first things we tried to do with 2, and we kind of walked away. Allies, I just say, we're already good. Like, we generate just so much. Burning ghosts do all the stuff I need them to do. Animas do all the stuff I need them to do. I guess animas could show up as burning animas, can't they? No, they're fire. We can't have burning animas. Shockingly, we don't really need more. Just having some burning eggs does all the work. Beautiful. Blazing bloodfire. Still doesn't have artwork for that one. So Icy Vengeance is just funny, so if they kill my egg, a new minion is born, but they'll still take all that damage. I'm being greedy on your behalf. I appreciate it. You know me, I'm always like, oh, that's a good idea. Ice Lord would make Shatter Shards work a lot better. But I won't do it. I feel like it's kind of fun. I've taken only Dragon Lord. And that might be the only Lord spell we take. Lord skill. Scale Feather Egregore. Ever Melting Cube. Remind me, Ever Melting Cube. Whenever an enemy's unfrozen, it's soaked for 3 turns. Oh, soaked. No, thank you. Reroll it. Hope for more skills. I think I'll just take a Ruby Heart. Have some babies. A free turn. Fireball somebody. Also a free turn. Worm eggs again? A free turn? Fireball? Worm eggs? Worm eggs? Oh yeah. Soaked is good for lightning? It is. Not good for us right now. It'd be bad for us. It would diminish our fire damage. Oh, look at him go. Beautiful stuff. Every turn takes forever because of all the animas and ghosts, but that's okay. They're out there doing work. Freezing people. You know what? I should just cast Icicle, even if I can't hit anybody. Because it will freeze people. Which means I will get more steam animas. And steam animas are how we lower physical resistance. So if I look at you right now, minus 680 physical resist. So if I were to walk over and hit him with a fireball, curious to see the kind of damage I would do. Gotta make sure I get hit with the center point, though. Alright, so you have minus 1700. Really just 197 damage? Kind of hoping for more. I guess we only have 9 to start. We're multiplying by 9s. Maybe I should upgrade the damage. Doo-doo. 180 physical damage with Fireball. Minus 2,000. Goodbye. That poor guy down there. I think he's like highly resistant to... Yeah, he can't take fire damage. So he can be frozen, but then we can't make steam animas off him. Doesn't matter, he's already dead. Oh, fun. Whoa. Nara, welcome back. Chocolate crinkle cookie. I don't think I'm familiar with chocolate. You're gonna have to post a recipe for that. I'm a simple man. I like a simple snickerdoodle for the holidays. If it's not a snickerdoodle, it has to be something insane like a cowboy cookie. Just dump everything in there. Pretzels, coconut, chocolate chunks. Just make it a pile of garbage. It's either simple or overly complicated. I don't know why. That's where my brain goes. But a soft, warm snickerdoodle is just heavenly. Perfection. Delightful. I think my favorite part so far is this is a relatively low-cost run on the spells front. Like, we have one expensive spell, and then 2 cantrips, and a level 2 spell. All with relatively cheap upgrades we took. And despite that, insanely powerful. Like, I barely have to pay attention. The floors play themselves, and they end pretty quick. Icy Vengeance, Shatter Shards, Blazing Bloodfire. Yeah, share. Share. Show us. I should take Scale Spinner. Like, it feels wrong to not take it when you're doing a dragon run. Even though our dragons don't need it. But it'll make them stronger. More virile. More powerful. And I'll kick a heart. We'll have 300 health for the end. We have really good pretzels in the US. Isn't Germany, like, known for good pretzels, though? I feel like this is gonna be a relatively benign Ophon fight, but I'm probably being... Yeah, it's a lot of bone colossuses. But we can make that not a big problem. Well, that just seems rude. Frostspew Bone Shamblers? Excuse me? Where did they come from? Did you make them? No, these aren't immortal. Just put me in a goddamn wall. Like, these guys weren't here when I first showed up, right? They were always so much better than ours. We are good at pretzels. I love pretzels. Well, I don't like where I am. But it shouldn't really impact the work. There's a little wizardy guy. Oh, this motherfucker. You're right. I didn't even look at him. I didn't even pay attention to him. I was so flippant toward him. But we have to take the required thing, which is Prince of Ruin. That will assist. So immune to being frozen, that's a bummer. But as long as we can kill him relatively quick, won't be that big a deal. Let's use a death dice and see if we get lucky. Damn. I'll also Chaos Bell. I'm sorry, did Ophon die already once? That was fast. What happened? Oh, was it Shatter Shards that did it? Ophon blocked physical damage from Prince of Ruin. Yeah, I think Shatter Shards and Prince of Ruin were enough to make Ophon die once. That's very funny. Well, I mean, we already got rid of one of his resurrections. It's only resurrection. Start sending my babies out. I can only do so much. Until I am released from my wall prison. Am I free? No, I'm not free. I can't fly. Has Ophon summoned any immortals yet? I feel like Ophon's been frozen a bunch. 11 shields. I don't think he's summoned any immortals. If my people... Nope, there he goes. He summoned some. I was gonna say, like, we might be able to get him dead real fast. Alas. I should probably teleport my way out of being stuck inside of a wall. But I won't. I'm just gonna enjoy Ophon having a wall of people staring at him. Ophon, please. I'm so close to being free. Alright, there's only one Colossus left outside of Ophon. I should have re-rolled looking for the new spider boss. Sure is nice in this hole. Alright, so the furnace is gonna die in a second. The shamblers don't stand a chance. They're just cannon fodder, really. I dare you, Ophon. I dare you to release me from this hole. This hole in the wall. Come on. Cast your stupid thing on me. Free me. Stop being frozen, you stupid bastard. I took Prince of Ruin exclusively because of the Bone Shamblers. Our Fireball does physical damage, our Icicle does physical damage, the Dragons have physical damage attacks. Obviously we have the fire damage. Prince of Ruin will mean we can burn through a lot of them quick. They are gonna spread out, take up a lot of the screen. I guess he's frozen most of the time. I can't be too angry at him for not casting Ophon Blast. It's off of cooldown. Do it. Cast it. Why is he being mean? Alright, this is some serious garbage. If you cast it over there, you are the worst. Like, I don't need to be out there, so it's not the biggest deal. It's just a little annoying that I'm stuck over here. I could be walking around. I have 3 mana potions. Come on. Can't remember what... Gumper, are you here still? Did you ever answer your own question? Because Nara's right, I don't think I know what Gumper said for his pick of cookie. Gumper's choice was Limp Biscuit. What's going on, Carrie? Candy cane cookies. I mean, I love peppermint, so I'm kind of into that. I like going all in, though. I do like a peppermint bark. I'd be curious to know if you have a recipe for a candy cane cookie. I've never had one of those. I'm drinking peppermint tea currently. Well, I'm out of peppermint tea. I was drinking peppermint tea. If you're new here, by the way, I am currently getting over being sick. So it's a somewhat lower energy stream. Normally I would be a lot more animated and talking. I feel like I'm doing a decent job of keeping the talking going. But boy howdy. My attempt to replicate them last year failed miserably. In what way, if I may ask? Somewhere in my brain, I don't know if I could access it, I do have, like, all of the various, if your cookies did X, then Y was the problems. But I don't think I could call them up at the moment. The shape, the taste, and the texture. Ah. Yeah, we're almost done with the Shamblers. Prince of Ruins making little fireworks displays for us. Well, not bad, they were wrong. Yeah, that's the tricky part, is making it taste the way you remember it. Saw a recipe for a brown sugar oatmeal latte cookie. Ooh, espresso icing? Sounds like something I would be into. Yeah, if I wasn't sick, I would have reenacted all the things from Dune we've been talking about today. I'm more in a wall than I was before. This is bull ploppy. Old but not quite rancid oil was the culprit. Interesting. I know with, like, the temperature of your butter, the amount of your butter, the amount of your sugar, like, that could really have a big impact on texture for cookies. I love that Ophan merely added more enemies next to me without freeing me from my prison. What an asshole. I'm free! I'm free! As long as people are still having a good time, that's all that matters. Glad you're having fun, Bruhike. Very goopy chocolate batter that you roll in powdered sugar and bake. Ooh. Yeah, I'd be interested in trying that one. You're frozen, are you, Ophan? Stupid shields make it so I can't unfreeze you. Just want to make my fun friends. But I think there's only one Phoenix left, right? Once that Phoenix is dead, I think we're good. Goodbye, Ophan. Took you forever to get a normal difficulty win with the office worker. That guy... I do want to do some Dungeon Crawler today, because... he's gonna be the hardest one, but, like, I only have a couple of characters left on normal difficulty. And I'd like to clear everyone on normal so we can start doing some, like... combination runs with those claws. I just want a full library to pull from, you know? Oh. Mordred, the time has come, you wizard bastard. Portal key. And I feel like that'll be a nice, chill game. Is it just Mordred? I've never seen a level with just Mordred before. Look at that, he's all alone. This is a first. I've never seen this. I'm guessing this is a wizard level, you know, like populated only by wizards. But Mordred, it's a date. It's just me and Mordred. An intimate affair. Gonna teleport directly next to him because I can cast worm eggs. It counts as an ice spell. He gets frozen immediately, which means I can just set up my children. Alright, one got born. He shuffled the level. We only got one. Oh, no. Oh, I get it. I understand now. That's interesting. So, if we're on a level that is wizards only, we've seen them before. There's no spawners. It's only wizards, right? Mordred shuffled the level. He generated one wizard. I feel like every time he does a level shuffle, we're only going to get a wizard or two, and we're not going to get any spawners. Very interesting. You like to bake a bunch of cookies? I could hook you up with a couple of the things I like baking. My cookies, I do. Yeah, this is gonna be a weird Mordred fight. That means we possibly could have found a level with, like, giant enemies. And that would have been the entire pool for Mordred to pull from. This should be a weird one. We're also just gonna keep summoning and shuffling eggs around. We're gonna make the whole level a series of landmines. Yeah, it's just wizards. Oh, that's awesome. I love running into weird variations on level layout. Like, you can teleport me around, it doesn't matter. Interesting. That time we did get a tree. And a spawner. Alright. It looks like eventually he starts pulling from a normal list. The coins with every attack perk. And the max health base. I bet. Because that guy's all about money. Chai cookies? I love chai. Weirdly enough, it's not the season for it, but I want to make ice cream. I've been having a lot of, like, weird ice cream recipes pop into my head that I want to try messing around with. Doing a lot of, like, different tea infusions and milk and making the ice cream out of that would be fun. But I should focus on cookies for now. Yeah, eggnog ice cream. I'm gonna say worm eggs are remarkably powerful. Like, very strong stuff. The turns are long. And I suppose I have been theory crafting this particular build in my head for a little while. But boy howdy. I kind of thought we would have a little trouble and we'd have to pivot or something, but no. It went about as well... It went better than I thought. Much faster than I thought. Make cookie dough ice cream, then throw it in the oven. Yeah! Credit cards were nice. I do want to mess around with the credit cards more. Guess I'm up here now. He's been interested in cookie cutters. I feel like sugar cookies are the perfect place to go with kids. They get to mess around with fun shapes. It's a relatively easy and benign recipe. They get to work a rolling pin. Do it. Sounds like a good time. You know, for poops and ha-has, let's take Starfire. I'm shocked. I'm appalled we haven't done, like... This is the perfect kind of build for Pyrophilia and then Hemocorruption. No need. Don't even need it. They shuffle the level, PJ, and you never know what you might find. We might find more chests. My dragons are freezing me over and over again. That's fine. I'll eventually get to the spell point I'm walking toward. God damn it, he teleported me. Oh, we won already. Wormaches. Are you looking to win the game easy? You now know how to do it very easy. Take Fireball, take Icicle, and just poop out worm eggs and let the eggs cast those spells. And then Steam Anima does most of the work for you. Shatter Shards, Icy Vengeance are great adds. Melting Armor, just incredible. It looked like a single turn was going on forever. It took us, for this floor, 50 turns. Technically 49 turns. And a lot of those turns were me just kind of like walking around to pick stuff up. But a lot of these floors went really fast. Frozen cookie dough, grab wonton. Oh yeah, cookie dough rangoons. That sounds awesome. I mean, you can make that holiday themed. So the first floor was just Fireball. After that, Fireball and Icicle. Same thing with floor 4, and then floor 5 is when we got our worm eggs. And at this point, the worm eggs do all the work. When did Steam Anima show up? Because Steam Anima is where most of the... There it is. So by Realm 9, the run was basically locked in, and everything after this was gravy. So let's see how fast floors took. 50 turns on that floor, 36, 30, 23, 50, 19, 21, 11... 15, 35, 57 was the longest one, and that was Ophon. So yeah, 50 was the longest, 57 was the longest, but that was Ophon. But like, the longest normally was 50, much lower than that on average. A pretty, like, efficient build. It's gonna be a relatively long episode of Rift Wizard if you're watching this on YouTube. But I feel like we did spend a lot of time talking about Dune. And my overall sick lethargy here is making things go slower too. Alright. I have to pee and refill my water bottle and probably my tea as well. So I'm gonna BRB. But I might do one more Rift Wizard because we haven't played Rift Wizard recently. I like it.